Oscars are Sunday night on WOTV. It's Hollywood's biggest night.
And it's an annual tradition to make our picks with our movie guy, Aaron Lafferty.
Let's do it.
I'm feeling confident this year.
Yes.
Because
you haven't seen the movies.
I've not seen the movies, so I've done the second best thing. I've studied the movies.
Studied.
And what the critics are saying.
Cliff notes.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to do better.
Okay. Yeah, I think my problem this year is I've seen too many, so I'm picking more with my heart than my mind, maybe. So maybe I have a chance this year.
I know, that's what, you know, sports and movies, the same thing. Sometimes you have these biases because something resonates within you.
Yeah, but you got to see it because it's that emotion that makes you go see it or not. So.
It does help if you've seen it to make a decision between one or two, if you're trying to debate between one and two. I guess let's start with actor in a leading category, in a leading role. Damian Bashir in A Better Life, George Clooney in The Descendants, Jean Desjardins in The Artist, Gary Oldman in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, or Brad Pitt in Moneyball.
I'm going with Jean Desjardins.
Okay.
I can't say that French name.
Jean Desjardins.
I slaughtered it.
All right. Well, we're on the same page on that one. So.
I don't know. I still like George Clooney or Brad Pitt, but that's the emotion.
You just like George Clooney.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Your heart emotion.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to throw that in there.
I was going back and forth on that one for a while, but I ultimately went with.
Yeah, I think The Artist is going to do
George.
really well at the Oscars,
Right.
just because it's creative and different.
Right.
Yeah.
Originally, I was thinking George, but now I'm going with Jean.
George has got one already, doesn't he?
Yes, he's already got a supporting actor. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So in the supporting actor category, we've got Kenneth Branagh, Jonah Hill, Nick Nolte, Christopher Plummer, and Max von Sydow. Christopher Plummer has won every other award leading up to this point. That's my pick.
I agree.
Me too. And this is sometimes hard, the supporting actor or actress, because it's not that huge role in a film.
You know what, though? I did see that film, and
he
did. I think he did a really excellent job. Christopher Plummer, he's just a class act.
I loved him in Inglourious Basterds. It was a great movie, really cool. I think he's a great actor, and he deserves to take it home and well.
If you're filling out a bracket, or if you've got an Oscar pool, or you're going to watch a party, that's the one lock for the category this year is Christopher Plummer and supporting
so it would
actor.
be an upset if he didn't get it.
It would be a shock if somebody else won.
All right, next category.
Actress in a leading role, we've got Glenn Close and Albert Nobbs, Viola Davis in The Help, Rooney Mara in The Girl with Dragon Tattoo, Meryl Streep, Iron Lady, Michelle Williams in My Week with Marilyn.
That's a tough one.
Viola Davis in The Help.
Wow, so far we're on the same page.
Yeah, she got the Golden Globe for it.
Right, Golden Globe, and she's won every other except for I think one other award leading up to this point, where Meryl Streep took that. But I think she's on a roll, and it's kind of that role where this is an Oscar role, where Meryl Streep's Iron Lady was good, but the movie wasn't so good. So
I was kind of surprised
the whole
with
of the movie for The Help kind of carries her through.
And I think a lot of people are rooting for her. You know,
Yes.
I think a lot of people love the book.
Yeah, the movie was awesome. The movie was great. Yep.
In a supporting role, you got Berenice Bejo from The Artist, Jessica Chastain in The Help, Melissa McCarthy in Bridesmaids, Janet McTeer in Albert Nobbs, and Octavia Spencer in The Help.
Octavia Spencer in The Help.
I don't know.
We need a tiebreaker, Rachel.
Melissa McCarthy might do some too. She was hilarious.
I think the one thing to remember, if you're filling out a pool or just watching along at home, Melissa McCarthy's Bridesmaids is getting attention. I think that's as much as it's going to get. It's just the nominations. Happy to be nominated because
I did see that one.
Remember, the Academy. The Academy is an older group.
Yes.
So Bridesmaids might not have worked well with all the Academy. So.
Yeah, it's a funny movie, and I know sometimes those dramas tend to be the big takeaway winners.
Right. So the few nominations it's got is the Bridesmaids recognition this year.
Okay.
For animated feature, we've got two movies that pretty much nobody's seen, even critics haven't even seen. We've got A Cat in Paris, Chico and Rito. Those are foreign animated films. Once again, the Academy sneaks in a foreign movie, plus Kung Fu Panda 2, Puss in Boots, and Rango.
Okay, I didn't officially make this, so this could be our tiebreaker. I'm making this on the spot, and my choice is going to be Rango.
Okay.
I was going to say Rango too.
It's Rango.
Is
Rango?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rango.
We're boring this year.
Rango would be your other category that's almost a lock. Rango came out early critical success. It was a summer, early in the year movie, so it did quite well.
The main voice in that?
Johnny Depp.
Of course, there you go.
We like that. It's another heart one there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Check. Okay.
Two more categories. Best Director, Michelle Hazanavicius in The Artist. I've been practicing that one.
Good job, Aaron.
The Descendants, Alexander Payne. Hugo's Martin Scorsese. Midnight in Paris, Woody Allen. Or The Tree of Life's Terrence Malick.
I'd say the guy, can you say the last name again?
Hazanavicius.
Yes, just because you practice it in The Artist. I think he's going to win.
Yes, same thing. Same pick.
You know, I'm not sure about. I think they're going to give the director to somebody who doesn't have a lot of awards in the other categories. That's how I always think it goes. Sometimes it's
maybe
like
Scorsese.
Right, we might see a split this year.
I think the director's like, well, they got a bunch of awards over here, so we'll give them the director. I don't know. That's
we might see a split.
Trying to be different.
Yeah.
Last few years we haven't seen a split between Best Director and Best Picture. It usually goes the same two are the winner. So I think if we do see Michelle Hazanavicius win Best Director, that doesn't necessarily mean the artist is going to win Best Picture.
See, I think it might. That's what I'm thinking.
It could go the other way.
Okay, so this is the best one. They save it for the last award that they get. Usually I'm in bed and have to watch early the next day to find out
which
what
one won. I fell
Best
asleep.
Picture. Yeah, exactly.
So we have 9 this year. We had 10 last year. This year it was up to 10 nominees for Best Picture. This year we have 9. The Artist, The Descendants, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, The Help, Hugo, Midnight in Paris, Moneyball, Tree of Life, and War Horse.
Okay. The Artist.
Yeah, I'm going The Artist as well.
I think that's just getting sort of the tidal wave.
Yep.
Although I don't know that that's as much of a popular movie as some of the other ones are.
Right.
But again, you're talking the Academy.
Yeah, I think that the top 3, if you're watching on Sunday night on OTV at 7 o'clock, The Artist, Hugo, and The Descendants, those are your big 3 leaders for Best Picture. So just because you see Hazanavicius win for Best Director doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to win Best Picture. It could be Hugo could slip in, or we could see Scorsese win Director, and we could see The Artist win Best Picture. So this might be a year where we actually see a split.
I kind of agree with that. I kind of agree with that. I've seen only half of the movies, and some of them I can see, and then you know the Academy tends to go more for the classic,
and Hugo's about the movies as well, so I think it's also a movie we might see. And online on woodtv.com, we've got a whole section on Oscar coverage. You can see the nominees, you can see the some stories leading up to that point, and also on my blog I put up this morning where you can watch, if you still haven't seen some of those movies, where you can go out and see them, whether it's on rental, online, on Netflix, on demand, and some of them are only in theaters, so check those out. And Hugo comes out on Tuesday, so if it wins on Sunday, we'll see it on Tuesday.
Okay, so we're very like-minded this year. Yeah. We do have some stakes, and we will report back next week about how it went.
We'll have to figure out a tiebreaker.
Yeah. Okay. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
All right.